Hello, Will here, and today we are back in Skyrim, and we're going to be here with some sort of more, another selection of like more kind of like spooky or ghostly or Halloweeny kind of style mods. And for the first mod, we've got three mods for this video, but the first one you can kind of technically see already, so we'll get that in a second. But we also have a new player space and a new weapon. So, on to the elephant into the room, which is mod number 1, which is a Desolate Climate by Lord Mechavile. So, what this does is basically, if you do the Dawn Guard DLC and you get Orwell's bow, you can obviously get Sun Hallowed arrows, but you can also get Blood Cursed arrows instead. Which then, if you shoot that at the sun with the Blood Cursed arrows, it sort of makes the sky a bit more red, gives the sun a sort of a very red, like apocalyptic eclipse kind of look. And basically, that's what Desolate Climate does, as you can see. And so basically, it just gives everything a much more red tint, and it's much more dustier. You know, it has a very dusty kind of look to it. A constant red sky to it. You know, and it doesn't change. It's like this in the day, it's like this in the night. It's just constantly like this 24/7. And another thing that it does also slightly alter is on the map. As you can see, it does have a bit more of a red tinge to it. You know, to obviously match the sky in the actual world map as well. But yeah, that's it for the first one. The first one doesn't do a major load. This is just one I wanted to add in, because I thought, you know what, it's a little small add-on. It's suitable for Halloween because it is, you know, it is kind of apocalyptic, end of the world, macabre kind of situation, you know. So I thought I'll add it in. Why not? But apart from it changing the sky and making, you know, sort of like the world map look a little bit sort of like a bit more desolate, it's a bit more dusty, drier, sort of arid kind of landscaping to it. It doesn't do much else, but it does do this throughout most regions. It does say that it does change most of the weathers and climate throughout most of the regions of Skyrim. So, you know, once you got it on, probably the entire world map will change along with it. But right, so that's it for the first one. First one's nice and short, nice and simple, but I thought I'll give it a little shout out because it's very suitable for Halloween. So yeah, this was A Desolate Climate by Lord Mechavile. And if you want to add this into your mod selection, either for Halloween times, or just in general because you prefer it to look like this constantly, of course there will be a link in the description. Now, just one last thing I want to quickly check with this one, just before we move on to mod number 2, is I need to check active effects. So, I'll go down. Okay, so even though the sky has changed to what would be more suitable for a vampire, you do not get the benefit of it, and therefore then you still suffer with the weaknesses from a vampire. That's just one thing to note. So this doesn't mean that with this all of a sudden you're fine to go outside during the daytime as a vampire. You still get the weaknesses. But apart from that, that's it for mod number 1. So next we're going to move on to mod number 2. Alright, here we are for mod number 2, which is Bow of the Void, which is by the Clit Licker. Really? Really? Come on. Anyway, enough of that smut. So yeah, so this is Bow of the Void. So this is supposed to be basically like a, you know, it's a fancy kind of bow. It's, you know, sort of like, it's apparently meant to be kind of an OP kind of bow. This and the other. For people who prefer close-up engagement with archery, so basically like close combat archery rather than sneaking and firing from a far distance. And there are supposed to be 2 locations where you can find it. Either at Faendal's house in Riverwood, or in the dungeon of in Haugen, basically in the basically the keep, Haugen Keep. Though I couldn't find it in Haugen Keep, but that might just be because it's further in, and I couldn't get to that point without needing to go back all the way around and through the other way and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. So we're gonna go have a look in Faindown's house. So at the moment it is locked, but you know we're just gonna break in. Nobody's gonna care. All right, so we're looking for this bow. Where? No, it says it's in here. Ah, there we go. A bow. Oh, it was a book. That's probably why I didn't see it, because it's a book. I thought it was that guy. I thought it was going to be an actual bow, but I think it does. I think it does say. Oh my god, that's creepy. But yeah, it does say in the description. I think, if I remember correctly now, it does say it's a conjure. It's a conjuration bow, but for some reason I thought it was an actual physical object. So that's probably my mistake. So I should have been looking for a book, not an actual bow. But anyway, let's have a look. So, Bow of the Void absorbs the life and soul of your enemies. Send that poor fool to the void. Okay then. So let's have a look. So obviously we're looking at conjuration, Bow of the Void. Costs a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Alright, yep. There we go. Oh, I've apparently gone invisible. Okay, so there's a little secondary effect to it. Oh, man, the invisibility wore off. Well, that lasted long, didn't it? Let's find some of the test this on.
Such colors.
Yes. Such... Oh, everybody getting in by the way now. Such wonderful, wonderful colours. How the hell did... Oh. Well, there you go. So, you know, it's not, again, it's not supposed to be like an extremely powerful weapon or anything like that. It's just... Well, it says it's a bit OP, so I don't know. It doesn't... That's the problem. It doesn't say exactly how much damage it does or how much health you absorb from anyone that you hit with it. But, you know, I can imagine, if they're saying it's a bit OP, I can imagine it's, you know, a fair amount of health. Let's see how quickly does this guy's health go down. But then I can't do it because I'm doing sneak, I am doing extra sneak damage. But, you know, it's a little conjuration bow. Has a bit of power, probably has a better bit of power to it. So yeah, again, this is another little small one. I'm saving up all my time for the last mod in this video. But yeah, so yeah, it's a little conjuration bow. If you want to learn a powerful bound bow spell rather than the normal in-game one, you can try Bow of the Void. Again by the Clit Looker. Again, Rudy, the name. But of course, if you want to add this to your collection as well, I will leave a link in the description below. And so, right, that's it for this one. So we're going to move on to the final mod in this video, as we leave the dead here. And we need to go off to Morthal again, because we need to go and revisit a mod that I've showcased before quite a while back, as it was in a work in progress, but now it has been fully released. Let's go to our right, and here we are with the final. Why? There's nothing. What? There was no enemies. Why the music? Anyway. Right. Again, here we are with the final mod of the video, which is the Batcave by, I can't say his bloody name, Irvile97. Seriously. So we are here with the Batcave by Irvile97. And originally this was in the work in progress, and I did cover this quite a while back, but now he has fully released it, and it's, I believe it is on all platforms. So obviously I'm showing you the PS4 version or PS5, depends on what you're playing on. But also it is also out on Xbox and also on PC. So, where do you find the Batcave? So, lucky enough, there is a marker on the map already to the Batcave, and as you can see, you know, sort of like southwest of Morphal. Though it's not discovered straight away, so you will have to go and discover it. But it is on the map, so you can at least see where you need to go. Alright, now with that said and done, let's go into the Batcave, which should be just down here. So you go, your little gate into the Batcave. Alright, here we are. Now, I don't know how much has changed since I last looked at it, but we shall see. I mean, they still got the blood red sun, so that's cool. I can remember that. They got a ghost. I don't remember there being a ghost character last time, maybe? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I can't quite remember. Let's have a look. So we got a few Draugr, we got a skeleton over here. It's not happy to see us, but then man, he's dead. Die, Harvey. Question mark. Screw you. Screw you. And anyone else? I think that's about it for the moment. Alright, cool. So who we got? So we got the ghost remains of Dr. J. And we also have Ivy. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, so we got Riddler. We have Poison Ivy, Dr. J, I'm gonna guess Joker, and Harvey in the ways of Harvey Dent. Right. Now, this is not supposed to be the Batman cave. And I think Irval did say that on his Discord. This is not supposed to be the Batman cave, this, that, and the other. It's that there's just might be just a couple of little nods to Batman, but this is not supposed to be like, aha, I'm in the Batcave, now where's the Batmobile? You know, this is not that kind of thing. It's just a couple of little jokey pun nod things to Batman. Alright, so we go down here, we got ourselves a bit of a weapon rack, we got, oh, you got yourself a glass battle axe already, tanning rack, so that's it, you got all your smithing stuff here, you got a nice hot shower. I mean, I can't take a shower in the lava, but I don't know, I can still get close to it, I suppose. Would you mind not using it? Using it when I'm standing on it? I am flammable, technically. You do know that, don't you? I am actually technically flammable. Anyway, so you got search ingots, Batforge. That's because somebody else. Now I don't know if there's actually. I don't remember. Thank you for allowing me to finally use the goddamn Batforge. No, I don't remember him saying anything, or mentioning anything about any kind of new armors or anything like that. I think they've just used the Skyforge, but they've just renamed it the Batforge because, you know, why not? But you got a place where you can store your ingots and store your ores. You've also got search supplies. You got a little bit in here. Just to start off with, just a little bit of leather. You got yourself a smelter. You know, so you got all your smithing stuff. I like the little lanterns. If we go upstairs here, and then we go into this little room here, you got a very expensive bottle of fermented blood. That's a very expensive bottle. And then you got some books, skill books, which I think most of these are. No. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if this is actually written by him or because I don't remember them. I might be wrong, and there might have been a second mystery of Talara. Possibly, I might just be forgetting what books exist in the game, which ones don't. Anyway, so that's enough for the skill book. So you get a few skill books there for you to read. You got a little bit of a bed here. I'm gonna guess this is probably designed more for a follower than obviously the player. And then if we Look up in here. Got a bit of a torture place looking here. Take fermented blood. Now, obviously, it should be pretty obvious that this is designed more for a vampire character rather than someone who's mortal. You know, so this is more for a, if you're playing as a vampire, this is more the kind of area that more kind of a home designed for you. So it's got like a little bit of a sort of kind of like storage, maybe torture area kind of thing in there. But obviously we just realised it's got some stairs here. And if we go to the top, you got yourself a little bar and a dining table with blood soup. I don't know what's in blood soup, but it's blood soup. I mean, it's very gelatinous. It don't come out of the bowl very easily. So it's either extremely thick blood, or it's been sitting up there. For, been sitting here for a while. So it might be very old blood, very old fermented blood. Refreshments. Then you got some refreshment storage. Then you got a bit more fermented blood down here. Dated dagger, a bit of gold, and just some other odds and ends. Alright, so that's kind of like your hangout area. Yep. We're gonna go to the central tower last, because I think last time in the when it was still in the work in progress, I think that was like kind of like the main player area, I believe. I can't quite remember. And if we go over here, you got to do a bit of wood cutting if you need any wood. Just remember to not stick yourself through the heart if you're a vampire. And then you got a place what looks like it is designed more for children than anything else, because you obviously got a children's bed here and a children's bed there. So obviously this is sort of like the child's room, as you can definitely tell by now. And this is definitely the children's bedroom. And then if we go upstairs here, we have all your miscellaneous crafting. So obviously all your stuff to do with the making the spiders, for staff enchanting, a bit of storage for staffs or slaves, arcane enchanter, storage for soul gems, just a bit of extra storage in the bookshelf, storage for your ingredients, alchemy lab, storage for your potions, some more chopping wood. So you got all, you got your crafting stations up here. Then if we go down and go over here, well, hey, obviously you got a place where you could plant some plants or whatever you want to plant. I don't know, maybe put some people on some crucifixes or something. Crucify a few people. A little hangout area under the dead tree. Very suitable for a vampire. And if we look here, we got all your shrines to your gods. Though I don't know if you're a vampire, would you follow the gods if you're a vampire? Over here, you got basically all your guardian stones. And here you got a big ass blood fountain. Doesn't do anything, it's just there for decoration, but very decorative. Another hang up place under another dead tree. And then if we run up here, you got your own little, well, I say little. You got yourself a bit of a rock pool. Oh, hey, anything under the water? Nothing under the water, but hey, it's a rock pool. Hey ho. Alright, and now for the central tower, which you got some practice dummies here if you want to practice your sword or archery skills or magic skills, technically, really. Bit of a patio area, bit more for archery here. Anything around the back? I mean, I do like the waterfall. That's pretty. Anything around the back? Unfortunately, nothing really around the back, but oh well. In the world. Alright, So, Central Tower. What we got? Oh, we got a Sekhmet pounder. You got a bit of that. You got Book of the Daedra, Immortal Blood. You got your own coffins to sleep in. You got a chest with some vampire stuff in here already for you, especially if you're a newly fledged vampire. Kind of an odd bookshelf to get to, isn't it? Oh, well, it's the static decoration. Okie dokie. Then we go up. You got a little bit of display area. So you got a display area here for all your Dragon Priest masks, mannequin for the others, a display case, and a couple of weapon plaques for yourself as well. Then if we go up, and then here you got your more sort of hangout area for the grown-ups in the group. Another display case, a few more mannequins, a bit of a closer look at the blood red sun. Nice cozy fireplace where you can sit down and drink a bit of blood for yourself, if you so please. And some storage for books. Start building up your own little library. But right, I think that is it for this one. So from what I can tell at least anyway, I mean, Irvile might have to comment on this just to let me know if something doesn't seem right. But from what I can remember, it's a bit similar. I don't think he made a massive load of changes. I think he just made some like minor changes here, minor changes there, and sort of get it ready for thing. Basically for Halloween. So there might have been some like small minor changes, I think. Just like maybe some like slightly changes in decorative changes and stuff like that. But from what I can remember anyway, in general layout it's still very similar to what it was, but then it didn't really need changing anyway. But yeah, I don't think it's massively different, but again, just a few minor changes I think it's been made, so small little alterations here and there, blah 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 blah, and then boom, done. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely know I didn't get this in the work in progress section. I don't know that much. So, unless there's something I'm missing, there's something secret somewhere that I'm missing, I have no idea. But yeah, it's once again very suited for Halloween. Another vampiric home. The only thing, again, it's like I think I might have said something similar last time with this. It's like the only kind of thing I would kind of like slightly change about this, if it was me anyway, is I would just put like some stone stone pillars in the kind of like this area, or do something with like this kind of big open area here, and just do something with it, even if it was just decorative and not something that was functional, but just decorative. So like some big stone block columns, just like holding up the roof, up there, rather than not being really supported by much. But or put some some dead wood or something like that in here. But that's just what I would do. But in the ways of like functionality, yeah, you got everything you need. You got your supply for if you're playing as a vampire. You got all your smithing stuff, crafting stations, plant growing station, children's beds, player beds, or coffins in this case, a follower bed. You got all the basic amenities that you need. But right, so that's going to be it. So this was the Batcave revisited, as I obviously covered this one in the past. And this was, of course, done by Irvile97. And I do believe he did say that it was on all three platforms. So if I remember, I will leave links to all three ports of this if you want to check it out for yourself or want to add it into your game or do whatever, this, that and the other. But right, so that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, please remember to actually leave a like. And why not go and over onto my channel, hit the subscribe button, even though you could do it actually on the video, but there's a reason why I tell you to go to my channel. So you can hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to do something with it. And if you look in Channel Banner, you will find a link to my Discord and Twitter. That I'm rarely on Twitter, but you will find a link to my Discord up there, which then you can follow me on there. You can either, and on that you can leave me mod suggestions, ask me questions about modding, or just generally just ask me any other kind of generalised question, basically. Or if you're not sure about something, about when it comes to modding or what mods to use for certain things, you can leave a comment on there. You can leave a little comment on there, and I'm pretty sure someone on Discord will happily answer your question. But right, so that's it for this video. Time for me to get out of here. So until next time, I'll see you later.